We are in paradise. I mean, really, we are in paradise. No, seriously, look at this place. Places like this can have an interesting effect on people, and that is especially what happened to us. From the moment that we arrived here, something happened. We are Nick and Linz. For the last 5 years, we have been traveling to some of the most amazing nature places on the planet. And now we embarked on an epic journey to experience naturism in every continent of the world. Subscribe and travel along with us. Right now, we are in Asia.
If you're watching this video because you absolutely hate this channel and the title made you think that maybe it is all coming to an end, I may have to disappoint you. We're really not planning to stop making videos.
But if you hated this channel, why watch our videos in the first place?
That is a fair point. But I have to admit, the idea of throwing it all away did flash through our heads for a moment. Because you have to look at this place. It's absolutely beautiful. There's great climate year-round, and I'm pretty sure that there's enough wood around here for us to build a hut on the beach. And we could just fish and eat fish every day. The only problem is that we don't really know how to fish.
You shouldn't make fun of this because this is really serious. But to fully understand what is going on, we will have to take you back in time. In October last year, we started with this big plan to travel to all the continents of the world and to try to find naturism there. Because a lot happened last year, and for us it felt like we needed a new beginning. Something fresh, something completely different, something that would force us to put our minds to it and just to keep going no matter what. Looking back at it now, it was also our escape plan. I think it was just a distraction from reality maybe. So we took a flight to South Africa and started racing around the country. There were so many things to see, so many things to do, so many things to explore. The moment that we finished one video, recording one video, we already had 3, 4, 5, 7 different ideas for another one. It was absolutely wonderful, and we were at the top of our energy level, just creating, traveling, creating, traveling, creating, traveling. And then we moved on to Thailand, a new continent, new country, new impressions, new ideas. And we wanted to visit as many places as possible to put it all on video. And in between, we were writing blog posts, writing articles for magazines. We were editing our photos and our videos and working on our marketing business.
And we just didn't see it coming. It feels kind of stupid because exactly the same thing has happened to us several years ago. We were also traveling very fast and doing all these different projects, and it was all fun and it was all great until some things started to go not as we expected, and then it all just exploded into our faces. And that is when we realized that balance is everything, that you can't just live on high voltage all the time. Well, at least we can't.
Back then we decided that we would stay in one place for at least 3 to 4 days, just to soak up the place, to relax, to breathe, to get our mind in peace and just walk around without a camera in our hands.
But apparently we totally forgot about this, so it just had to backfire one day or another.
And it started in Angkor Wat. We had just arrived in Cambodia, we were tired, it was super hot, but we didn't care. I mean, Angkor Wat was just around the corner and we just knew that we wanted to make that first video here, right now.
If you've missed our last video or you've never heard about Angkor Wat, it's one of the most fascinating places in the world. It's a top bucket list item. We heard from people who have been saving for years to make this trip. It's the kind of place that just blows you away. Except that it didn't really blow us away. We weren't that impressed at all. Don't get me wrong, it was nice and all and very interesting history, but it just didn't amaze us as much as it should have.
It didn't amaze us as much as it could have, because it was not about the temples, it was not about the heat. Basically, it was the first signals that we completely missed, that our state of mind was not in the right place. So what did we do? We just had some cocktails and moved on.
But it just got worse. The next day we were going to take a boat ride through the backwaters of Cambodia, past floating villages where people fished and lived as if they have been doing for the last centuries. It could have been such a beautiful story, but other than the shots you just saw, we didn't film anything.
The whole ride we were just annoyed by the engine of the boat, the other people, the mosquitoes. Our butts started to hurt because the benches were too hard. Just nothing could inspire us to pick up that camera and start filming. It's a story that will never be told.
Missing a video opportunity really sucks, but we had to move on because we were traveling on a tight itinerary. So we went to Battambang, where we had a hillside temple and a French cafe and even a winery on the agenda. But then Linz got food poisoning and spent most of the day in the bathroom.
Yeah, luckily for you, we don't have video of that.
But neither do we about the temple or the winery or the French cafe, because we didn't go there. Even the next days we just didn't have the energy and stayed inside, and it was yet another opportunity missed.
But then we arrived here, and that was not very easy either. We had to take a bus, a tuk-tuk, another bus, another tuk-tuk, a boat and another boat to get here. But we arrived, so we sat down on the beach with a crappy Cambodian beer in a can, and it tasted like champagne. And all the pieces just fell together. That night we decided to cancel all our other plans for Cambodia and basically just stay here on the island until the day we fly out. Our room is quite expensive, but we don't really care. It has sea view, and at the moment that feels just very important.
If the title and the thumbnail of this video gave you the impression that we were going to stop making videos, that wasn't a complete lie, because this is the last video we're going to make in Cambodia. You see, what we have been experiencing is often called traveler's fatigue, or in a more conventional world, they might call it the first signs of a burnout. I don't think that we need to put a label on this. I think the most important is that we recognized that there was a problem and that we took action to solve it.
We just had to disconnect for a while. So Nick is spending his time reading and napping, and I'm spending most of my time underwater, because for me being underwater or just close to water is just the best therapy that I can have. I have to say that being in a sleepy fisher village in Cambodia on an island is really helping a lot, and after a couple of days we already start feeling a little balanced again. This is a big advantage living a life like ours, because places like this are only a bus, a tuk-tuk, another bus, another tuk-tuk, a boat and another boat away. But on the other hand, we could probably do this anywhere. It's just about pressing that reset button at the right time. So if everything goes well, by the time this video will be published and you are watching it, we will be full of energy again and creating content in Bali, but then just at a much lower pace than last month.
And if no new video appears on our channel next Sunday, you can probably find us in a hut on this beach in Mpai Bay on Koh Rong Samluem Island in Cambodia. I just hope that by then we learned how to catch fish. So, if you're curious about what is going to happen next,
make sure to subscribe to our channel, and if you like this video, please give us a like. If you want to say something to us or you have experienced the same thing, just leave it in the comments, and we hope that we see you next week.
bye bye!